Good morning, folks. Just wanted to share a little video regarding the now defunct collectible card game Magi-Nation Duel. It is January 2014, and within the last month I was lucky enough to find an auction on eBay where there was a sealed deck of both the Weave starter deck and the Kybar's Teeth starter deck, both newly introduced factions in the Dreams End expansion. As far as the game Magi-Nation goes, this is one of the lowest print runs in sets. Dreams End is very minimally printed, so today it is difficult to get a hold of these things. I was lucky enough to find this auction and win it. I paid about between $30 and $35 a deck, which in my estimation is pretty good considering it's a sealed product. There is no, to my knowledge, there's no official Magi-Nation website being ran or updated anymore. So instead, most of that has gone to a fan site called bluefurrock.com. On that site, they list the contents of many of the starter decks, but they unfortunately lack the Kybar's Teeth deck list. So hopefully we can add to that today. I'm going to open these decks up and we'll see what's inside. To my knowledge, there's going to be a little starter rule book to tell you roughly how to play the game, some damage counters that you pop out, they're cardboard. There'll be one 6-sided die, and then the cards themselves. Now, in these decks, the earlier versions, as I understand it, in the base set, all the cards were a set distribution, so you could open the box and know exactly what you get. But in the later expansions, Dreams End being one of them, I think Dreams End was the third expansion of the game. So, but starting in the second expansion, the starter decks had half of the cards were preset, so you knew what they were going to be. That was the actual pre-constructed deck, and then the other half were random cards. So what we're going to expect to find when we open these is half of the deck will be of the Weave faction, for example, and then the other half is going to be random cards from the Dreams End set. So let's check it out, and I'll go with the Weave first, and then we'll build up to Kybar's Teeth, since that's the new cool one that, to my knowledge, has not been shown on the internet. So as you can see, both of these decks are shrink wrapped. Pretty cool. You have to excuse me, I do have a cold, so I have cough drops, so I hope that doesn't ruin my voice too much. I'll try to do this all on camera. Yeah, this is a really cool game. I wish it was still published. I did not play when they were actively printing the cards, when the company was still around, Interactive Imagination. So I kind of missed out when the game was in its heyday. There's the 6-sided die. Here are the damage counters. There's some more damage counters. They really don't give you enough, but it's cool that they, like, I guess, tried to give you a little extra bonuses. So here's the box. The little instructional rule book. And, okay, it looks like our Weave cards are up front. So this is the actual deck, and then when we get to the, let's see, well, at some point back here it's going to end. So we'll go through and check it out. Okay, so we have a Sheath, Sawgrass, Binding, Weave Mat, Uwamar Beads, Tuk Berries, Junjertrug Horn, Zassyfer, Yajo, Weggit, Vuryip, Uwamar, Pody, Pagajack, Junjertrug, Jumbor, Frusk, Drowl, Aritex, and then here we get to our Magi. We have Boasha, Iyori, and Artyva. Okay, and now that is the conclusion of that's the Weave deck that is provided. So that, if you open another Weave deck, that you'll always find those cards. Now the And then these cards coming up, these are all randomly distributed, but as we'll see, they're all from that Dreams End expansion, the little mountain and grass blades. So we have Ulig, Sawgrass, Emec, Ilios, Harada, Weave Hut. Okay, now we're getting into our rares here. So you can see they're upside down. And I got Ashio, who's a Weave Shadow Magi. That's kind of cool. And I got another Aritex, or Aritex. So, okay, I got a rare that was in the... I was guaranteed to get that thing anyway, so okay, kind of a bust. But it was cool to open this product because these things are hard to find, as I said, and I don't know, it's just cool to do it. I've never actually opened a Weave deck before, so it's cool. I got and then here are the commons. I got Rage's Cloak, Diamant, Gratch, Spieg, Chogus, Shell, Equilibrate. I don't know if that's a word or not. Stealth, Giant Arbol, Climbing Staff, another Frusk, Maelstrom Flask, Shock Vasp, Kybar's Echo, Uwamar Beads, another one of those, Agrilla, a Glow, and Jagged Rocks. So amongst these random cards, you can see that there's an okay amount of Weave and Kybar's Teeth cards. That's because in this set, Dreams End, those are the two regional factions that will have the most cards, since well, that's the way they printed expansions. In the base set, all of the 5 first factions to be introduced were all printed in even distribution. And then as later sets came on, whatever the new faction that was being introduced in that follow-up set, that a new region would have more cards compared to the old regions, and it's kind of like a catch-up technique. So to try to make every region have about the same number of cards over the length of the game. Of course, the game ended, and I don't know if they were ever able to have everything be perfectly balanced, but they were trying as they were printing more cards. All right, so now we get to the good stuff. Kybar's Teeth. Let's see who's in this. We got, let's see, it's shrink wrapped, as you can see. Nice cliff iron on the box, and let's check it out. It'll be the same thing. It'll be half of the deck will be Kybar's Teeth, and the other half is going to be random cards from Dreams End. That can be relatively nice to this box. That's pretty good. I didn't bend that little flap. I hate when I open little tuck boxes and they ruin the flap. So the 6-sided die, damage counters, damage counters. Left some cards in here. Alright, so there's the box. Put that over there. This guy was right here. Alright, so that's the card back too. Alright, so we have the instructional rulebook, which I'm not too worried about because I think they're all the same, even throughout different expansions. I think the rulebook always remain the same. Alright, it looks like we have our random cards first, and then we'll have our Kybar's Teeth deck at the end. So let's just come back here. And yeah, probably starting with the uncommons here. Actually, you know what? Since this is done a little bit differently, I'm going to go back here to my Weave deck and quickly count how many actual Weave cards I got that were of non-random distribution. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Alright, so it looks like we have 22 Weave cards here. So I'm going to look for 22 Kybar's Teeth cards here at the end. We're going to start here. Okay, so we have Rock Slide, Jagged Rocks, Feet of Stone, Ascend, Kybar's Scroll, Kybar's Hammer, Climbing Staff, Yark, Sagawal, Stone Quor, Moga Pup. Weird little thing. This was actually really hard for me to find this card. I bought an entire collection of Magi-Nation cards, like play sets, a few years ago. And for some reason, the guy did not include the Moga Pup. And I mean, it's a common card. You can see the 3 dots on the bottom. But just because it's from this expansion, Dream's End, it was kind of difficult for me to find one. But I did find one, and I guess now I have another one. So anyway, got the Moga Pup. Moga, Granite Parmalag, Giant Chogus, Giant Baldar, Cragnoc, he's a rare, Crag Quor, Baldar, Agrilla, and here we have our Magi. Wessig, Kazm, he's one of the coolest Kybar Magi. Kazm and Emec. So that's our Kybar deck. Let's see how many we actually have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So that is the Kybar's Teeth deck. And let's just check for completion purposes. Let's check what our random cards were. We got another sheath, a Jip, Hagra Stones, Artyva, Riptide, Searing Touch. Okay, and we got some rares here. We got Drowl and the Oroth Shadow Geyser. I don't know how I feel about these Shadow Geysers. I mean, they're rare, but they're so hard to put together. Bungaloo. Is it? Yeah, Bungaloo. A Glow. Another Moga. Binding. Yajo. Gratch. Pody. Tomorrow's Jewel. Sire. Roar. That's a good card. Weggit. Giant Chogus. Shell. Garadan. We got a Beam of Light. It's kind of a cool card. Crystal Parmalag. Xanth. And Pagajack. Alright, so that is that. I opened 2 pretty rare decks today for Magi-Nation. I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know what you think. Thanks.